Hey everybody, this is Deborah Richmond. The quilt behind me is a very sweet baby quilt, and it's called Daisy Baby. Now this particular pattern I got from Craftsy, and it is a free pattern. I absolutely love those free patterns. When I go to Craftsy, I will order the free pattern, download it, and then I will print it. So you can see this pattern's been well worn. I've gone through it and used it, but it is essentially 3 pages, and it has good instructions and it has photos to go with it. Very, very simple pattern, and that's why I like this. Now my friend Adelaide put this top together for me, and she does a fabulous job sewing, and she did a really nice job for me. I'm going to show you how it's put together. So I chose the fabrics. 25th and Pine is the charm pack. Now the pattern calls for 2 charm packs and 2 yards of background fabric. However, when I put the quilt together, we found out that it only took 1 charm pack and 1 yard. So the baby quilt size is 31 inches by 38, which is what you see behind me, and it takes 1 charm pack. So do pay attention to that. If you want to create a size that is double this size, go ahead and use 2. But I chose Moda 25th and Pine, and this is a very pretty line of fabric, especially it is a Christmas print. So it's very traditional, made a beautiful quilt, I think. The background, I used Kona Sand color, 1 yard of Kona fabric, cotton, and that I thought went very well with these pieces. I'm very happy with the color choices. So let me show you how we construct the block. So here are our 5-inch charm packs. They come like this. First thing you are going to do is you are going to take them and you are going to cut them in half. So you will see I have now cut these 2 pieces in half, and I'm going to now be using that with a 1-inch strip of the sand color, which I'm going to be placing between these 2 and sewing them together. And so then what we have is this block. Now once we have this piece together, we're going to cut it again, and we're going to cut it right across the middle. So let me show you that. Again, 2.5 inches, we've gone and we've cut that right in half. Again, we're going to take our sand fabric and we're going to place that right in the middle to create the full block. Sewing first one side up to the sand and then the second side to the sand strip. And so then what we end up with is our block. Very simple, very pretty. This is super, super easy. Now the finished block itself is now 5 inches, just like the charm pack was. So now we are going to go ahead and cut some background squares that are 5 inches. We're going to be now sewing those together to create the quilt. Now this quilt, you'll see, is on point. That means that the squares are not flat, but they're actually tipped so that they're on point, top and bottom. And it's very simple to create a quilt that's on point. The way that it's constructed is that we will sew the block and a square and a block, and we're going to do that in rows, sewing them together. Now the instructions do give instructions for, we're going to be cutting squares that are a larger size and then cutting them in half to create these triangles that we need to finish the sides. And again, there's then a 3rd size square that we'll be cutting in half to create the triangles that are in the corners. And the dimensions are given in the pattern, so it's simply a matter of cutting exactly what they tell you. You will then have what you need to put this quilt together. This is definitely a beginner quilt. I absolutely love it. It's a very quick quilt to put together, so if you need a baby gift coming up, this is a great one to do. And especially if you use a charm pack, makes it really easy to buy a line of fabric that's all the blocks go together and look nice together. That's what's so nice about the pre-cuts, about the charm packs. I'm going to have all the information on ordering the fabrics and how to get a hold of this free pattern from Craftsy below, so check that out if you'd like to, and thanks for joining me.
And be sure to subscribe to our channel. You can do so here by clicking the subscribe button. That way you'll find out about new videos as they become available.
The way that it's constructed is that we will